John, you're sticking with us. We're going to preview next Wednesday's tea parties now. From sea to shining sea on April 15th, next Wednesday, tax day, thousands, perhaps millions of Americans are expected to march under banners of freedom and individual liberty. But so far, Fox News has found only 2 members of Congress, both Republicans, who have committed to attending the demonstrations on the day income taxes are due. Julie Johnson is organizing the Chicago Tea Party, and she joins us now from Bowling and my hometown of Chicago.
Right,
Julie,
me too.
I gotta ask you, why is it that you guys are saying no to these fat cat Republican politicians to joining in on these tea parties?
Well, you know what? We've been talking with a lot of people, and we want to keep this a grassroots movement. It's not a movement of Republicans. It's not a movement of Democrats, but it's a movement of Americans.
Julie, you know, that's something I've been hitting on. By the way, I'd invite people to follow the hashtag #TeaFree. And the very same thing, I repeatedly say, I think the Republicans who are trying to somehow, I don't know, subvert this thing and turn it into a Republican conservative movement are missing the point that we are protesting equally the Republican fascist socialist policies that they've been putting out and continue to put out.
Exactly, and that's why we have been discouraging a lot of these Republican politicians from coming out, because we do want to keep this as something for the people and of the people.
Okay, well, talk about that. For the people, of the people. Apparently the people, the populace, are getting tax breaks. They're getting, you know, lower taxes. The top 5% are going to pay for that. They're going to subsidize that. Why are you fighting this? Shouldn't you be embracing this new administration and its giving of free money to people from who have to people who want?
No, because what we feel is that the biggest thing is that we're upset over where the money's going. We're upset over the bailouts, and we're upset over the fiscal irresponsibility that the government's been showing. So that's what we're fighting against, and everyone's there for a separate reason. We have some people who are upset over the money going to Iraq. We have some people upset over the money going to welfare programs. So we really have a very diverse group.
You know, John, it reminds me of the movie "Oh Brothers, Where Art Thou?" Where the fat cat politicians, they all of a sudden saw the singers and they were like, "Oh, I want to get on board," but Absolutely. It wasn't for the good of the singers of the group. He just saw that the public was interested. I mean, is this sort of a similar situation?
It's exactly the same situation, and that movie, of course, was a remake of The Odyssey from 2,000 years ago. This is not a new story. This government is completely 100% out of control. It got out of the box last year with Bush. It's still out of the box. We got to stop it. I'm with you, Julie, on making sure this is a people thing, but people work their ass off to make that money. And this is not about interest rates. It's not about budget deficits. It's about their children.
So, Julie, you know, so talk us through that a little bit. I mean, I talk a lot about trying to fight the Republicans and Democrats, and this Tea Party thing is getting confusing. I don't know whether am I actually aligning myself with Republicans if I end up, and I am, by the way, going to be in Boston covering this next week. Am I accidentally ending up Republican?
No, you're not. Don't worry. No, you know what? Everyone who is going, even actually some of the founders of the Tea Party itself, they're not Republicans. They're libertarians. We have independents. So it's not a completely Republican thing.
Listen, guys.
Exactly.
I'm the oldest guy in the room here, right? I gave up on isms a long time ago. I don't give a damn what they call themselves. Yes. I don't care what words they use. I care that they keep their hands out of my children's pockets and they don't try and tell me what to do. And so I think you're doing a good thing with these meetings, and keep doing it. I bring everyone in that tent you can.
Thank you.
Talk to us about numbers. What kind of numbers are you expecting, turnouts, various cities, or yours specifically?
Well, the cities across the country, so far we have 500 confirmed, and confirmed means that we're in daily contact with those organizers, but it's estimated that there's about 2,000 total in the United States, and we're expecting between 500,000 to 1 million people to show up on April 15th.
Let's shoot for millions.
Yeah, you'll get more than that.
We're going to get a lot more than that. And I guess, go ahead.
Can you tell us, Julie, who has, of the Republicans that have approached you wanting to get involved, who has it been and who have you shot down?
Michael Steele approached us, who's the chairman of the Republican National Committee. He wanted to speak at the Chicago Tea Party, and we had told him, you know what, we're not interested, so sorry. But you're welcome to come and listen to us.
How do you respond to that?
He responded by saying that he never extended an invitation.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So, Julie, you know, again...
By the way, Obama didn't bow to Sheikh Abdullah.
He did
King
not.
Abdullah.
So,
Right.
Julie, as we talk through this, you know, I mean, I think the thing that we're all sort of saying and agreeing upon is we're talking about trillions of dollars that are somehow going to be funneled through Washington to the cronies and the big business and whoever, and the homeowners or whoever it is they see fit. From the Republican and the Democrat Party, these are policies they colluded together to put in place. Is it time for a third party? Or are we just going to have independents? How about some free-thinking individuals out there?
I think it's time for the party of the people. That's what I think we need to create.
All right, Julie,
thanks so much.
Julie, good luck next week. You know, it's gonna be a lot of people, and good luck to you. Julie Johnson of Chicago, thanks for sticking with us. John Rutledge, thanks for joining us as well. Speaking of taxpayer outrage, Neil Cavuto is traveling to Sacramento, California for the Tax Day Tea Party on April 15th. He's going to talk to protesters from around the country who will voice their frustrations over massive government spending. Catch it all right here on Fox Business at 6 p.m. Eastern, and Neil will be live throughout the day from the Tea Party on Fox Business Network. He'll also do his Your World show on Fox News Channel from the event at 4 o'clock. So a very big day next week. Don't miss a minute.
Programming note, I will be in Boston, and we'll get here on Happy Hour some reaction from the Bostonian.
There's outrage, and we're going to be all over it.
I might even dress up like a Mohican.